When people purchase dogs, they usually get them as a gift or for a fun pet to have. There are many different factors that we need to consider when purchasing a dog. Have you ever wondered why your neighbor's dog or dogs outside are destructive or barking all the time? Are they living in an ideal climate? Well, the question is, how does the dog feel? Most people would say it's just a dog, but what does a dog really need to thrive? There's three different factors that we'll discuss. Shelter, for one. They should be protected from elements such as the hot sun, rain, or snow. According to pawrescue.org, when taken outside, they should not be left out for long periods of time, and you should provide shade, warmth, depending on the type of weather that you live in. Some breeds are not meant to live in certain environments. A good example here in Florida would be the husky. Unfortunately, to groom a husky is very expensive, and not grooming them can cause them to suffer even more. Here's a picture of a husky that was recently groomed. As you can see, all that hair that was removed off of them. And you cannot shave these huskies because if you do, they can get sunburned or have skin cancer from that. Although we may have busy schedules, we also need to ensure that there is enough food and water at all times for your dog. We do need to also be careful to not overfeed them as well because that can lead to obesity. And Brenda Garcia, owner of 3 Yorkies, said that you should also avoid feeding your dog scraps as that can be harmful to your dog. On pawrescue.org, it also mentions about having proper containment and to never leave your dog outside tied down or chained because that can lead to frustration and aggression. Dogs need socialization. We can accomplish this by taking them around other people and dogs. ACK.org suggests going to the dog park for walks, socializing with other dogs and people, and as they become more comfortable, you'll praise them for their good behavior. Dogs can have separation anxiety as well. They need human companionship to be happy. They'll wait for you to come home after a long day or a vacation, and they look forward to your companionship and love. ACK.org states that dogs who live outside, they lack attention and they're in an uncomfortable environment, which can lead to bad behaviors such as barking, escaping, and being destructible. On pawrescue.org, they mention that leaving them outside can cause them to become vicious and stressed out and anxious. So we also need to consider our dog's health. On ACK.org, it states that keeping your dog well groomed and cleaned will keep them happy and healthy. Also, their nails being clipped, that can avoid them from getting hurt, for them not to be uncomfortable, as well as not hurting yourself as well. They also suggest that you take them to routine dental exams. Unfortunately, dogs are the same as us, so they are susceptible to gum disease. And here's a picture here of a before and after of a dental exam, and you can see the difference. They're very much like us. Lastly, we need to consider exercise. Dogs require exercise to be healthy. Here's a picture of them at a dog park as well, exercising and socializing with other dogs and people. You can look up all of this information. A good website is ack.org. Every different breed has different ways of living and different things that you need to consider. Depending on their weight or where they live, there's just so many different factors, but this is all information that you should research. Dogs should always be vaccinated. They do have a schedule just like we did growing up. Ignoring their health because of high vet cost is a big no-no. It can be very pricey and it is a huge commitment, But before owning a dog, you should put into consideration all of these things. So at the end of the day, owning a dog can be very rewarding, but for yourself and for the happiness of the dog, you need to put into consideration all of these factors.